Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey, here once again with another video on, well, The Flash Season 7 as well as the rest of the Arrowverse or the CW verse. Yes, I'm sorry, I said it for, I guess, the rest of this season. So all of the Arrowverse shows have either started filming or are literally about to start filming within the next week or two, if not days, for their upcoming seasons, and in one case, their first season. Now, we will probably be waiting until November at some point, probably towards the back half of November, until we do get anything in regards to trailers and any visual stuff like that. It could even be maybe early December, though I would say probably late November is the most likely time for them to start dropping stuff. We will, of course, get other information like castings and maybe even more set photos and all that, to come out before that. But in this video specifically, we will be going over a bunch of things that, were I was going to say, well, they'll post it online. They popped up online. So what a few online hotspots over the past couple of days, a list of various quote-unquote leaks from the across, the Arrowverse or CW Arrowverse shows were posted that gave potential details for all of the shows in their upcoming seasons. Now, of course, putting your faith and hope in leaks, regardless of where they show up, is like putting money on a really high odds bet, or some would even say the lottery. Now, some of the stuff listed here either lines up with some stuff that has been teased or just said previously from people involved in the show or shows, but of course they go further, and some just sound logical for the particular show in question where it could potentially go, giving its current state or storyline. So we will go over this list of, as I said, quote-unquote leaks and break them down if needed and just go over the legitimacy of them as a whole, because to be honest, there is one on this list that stands out to me in regards to, okay, that doesn't sound right and does make me question the list as a whole, but I will bring that up when necessary or when needed. But of course, throughout the video, let me know your various opinions in the comments section down below. What are your thoughts on this? Regardless of whether you believe them or not, would you like to see this stuff happen? That's probably the best way to put it. So let me know all your various opinions, thoughts, theories, if you want to add into anything in the comment section down below. And of course, if you're going to enjoy the video, why not drop a like on it? It takes 2 seconds, helps the channel out, it means a lot. So the first one is this. John Diggle will officially become Green Lantern in the Superman/Batwoman crossover. They are taking from Kyle Rayner's origin story, with Diggle ending up with the last powering after the Green Lantern Corps is wiped out. That was Warner's mandate for the CW to get to use Green Lantern. Now, like Kyle's origin does involve it's Hal. I think it's Hal Jordan killing the entire Green Lantern Corps. And then in some way, shape, or form, I think it's just someone associated with the Guardians, I think it is, finds Kyle Rayner and gives him the last power ring available. So all these people are dead. So that lines up with them being wiped out there. And making that a mandate for Diggle being able to be Green Lantern on Earth Prime, at least on the CW, especially if it's just for a one-off appearance or, a guest appearance every now and then, that does make sense. To me, that lines up and makes sense. It cancels out the question or the questioning of, like, where are the rest of the Green Lantern Corps and all of that. And I think that lines up. Now, hopefully the big thing here would be no fridging of a certain partner of Diggle if they're going to, line up with Kyle Rayner. If anyone's ever heard the term of fridging, it originates with Kyle Rayner's girlfriend being shoved in a fridge and she was dead. So there's your little terminology history of the day. But obviously we had that thing from David Ramsey, who played Diggle, a couple of weeks ago at a fan event where he said there's news coming, and he wouldn't say that if it was negative. It's something positive and it involves his Green Lantern, so we'll have to wait and see, but hopefully it lines up with that. The next one actually involves the Flash, and this is what it says. Godspeed will be the main villain of the Flash this season and will not be August Hart. Reverse Flash, Mirror Master, Bloodwork, and Chill Blaine, are all going to have recurring appearances. Now, my overall thoughts, I am a bit suspect on this one because it was made to seem that Godspeed is only the villain for the first half of the Flash Season 7. So I don't know, that's just what I'm going with. And had been teased that it sort of wasn't going to be August Hart, it's going to be someone else. So I have a question mark on just that first bit when they say the main villain of the Flash this season. I don't know if it's just a bit of misinterpretation there, because we had heard before from a couple of different times that it was just the threat or villain for the first half. That's what Godspeed was. But anyway, we'll continue. Chill Blaine, interesting. Chill Blaine is pretty much just like another Captain Cold-like character in regards to like method of attack. I guess he has like an ice gun, cold gun as well. He is a 90s character, which should be obvious by the name of the character. From memory, he doesn't actually have an alias. Like, he's not like Leonard Snart, who's Captain Cold. It's just Chillblaine, there were multiple iterations of him. I'm sure there'd be a joke about his name if he actually is in the show, like Cisco going, yeah, that name's a bit dated, mate. Get something that's fits in the 2010s, 2020s and stuff like that. It could annoy people if they do present this character as like a Captain Cold replacement on the show, but if they make it clear that they are very different and it's a different character, different, just attitude and everything like that, then it should not be an issue. But if he's there, it'd be interesting to see how they use him. And the next one lines up with Legends of Tomorrow. They said Despero will be the main villain of Legends of Tomorrow this season. His alien underlings will mostly be original characters, or OCs. Nth Metal will be the MacGuffin, and the Thanagarian invasion reference in Season 1 will be addressed. So overall, my thoughts on this. Like, seeing they are going alien this season with Legends, obviously at the end of last season, Sarah Lance was abducted by aliens. Spoiler if you haven't watched it, I guess. But they're going like alien in a few different areas. None of this is overly surprising, that what's being said here. Like, I guess the big question is, like, would the Hawks return? Like, Hawkgirl, Hawkman return if Nth Metal and the Thanagarians are involved? Despero would probably be in human form most of the time, outside of a few CGI appearances. He's just like big, I think he's red, like a big red thing. And one of those few CGI appearances would be in the finale. Think like Malice, I guess, like that from like Legends and other shows where they have a big CGI character. You're not going to see them too much, just, when they need to, have them there. So, yeah, I think this lines up. We've been wondering about the Thanagarian stuff. When was that ever going to come back? So if this is Legends' final season as well, I guess it's like the only time, or the last opportunity you have to bring them back. Next, in relation to Supergirl, the Fatal Five will be the main villains of the final season of Supergirl, which will borrow heavily from Alan Moore's Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow. The plan is to end with Supergirl leaving for the 31st century to be with Mon-El and join the Legion of Superheroes. Now, my thoughts on this, that last bit isn't too surprising. The Fatal Five are a group of villains from the 30th century, so they travel back. They're from around the time of the Legion. This, could make sense. There is an animated movie with them, the Fatal Five. They take on the Justice League, I think it is. And that came out last year or the year before, which has them in it if you want to go check it out. But yeah, that bit with like Supergirl leaving for the 31st century is my pick in regards to what they do with Supergirl. People think that she's going to die. Why would they kill her for character? I hate when shows do that. They kill her for character to end the show. She'll go there. That's the happy ending, and it lets her live, but also doesn't keep her in present day where there'd be constant questions of when's Supergirl going to show up in like a next crossover or something like that. So that all lines up and makes sense to me. Next up, we have Superman and Lois. John Cryer is in talks to join Superman and Lois as Lex Luthor once Supergirl wraps. There's already a story in mind for him and Wole Parks, who is playing an alternate universe Luthor with a unique dynamic with Superman. So this could be cool. However, I think it's important to see how Wole Parks' Luthor is received to see whether having John Cryer's version is necessary, unless the story works regardless of the reception of Wole Parks' character. However, it's going to be cool, or it would be cool to see the Earth Prime Lex, that being John Cryer, take on the Earth Prime Superman, just have a face-off at some point, because we haven't really seen that. It's really just been Supergirl and Lex Luthor, so having Superman and Lex Luthor go up against each other would be pretty cool. Next up, in regards to Batwoman, Ruby Rose has been approached to appear in at least one episode of Batwoman later in the season to wrap up Kate Kane's storyline. There's also plans to introduce the real Bruce Wayne further down the line and reveal why he left Gotham. Now, I could see this happening. Ruby would never be back as a regular on the show again, so having her maybe in the season 2 finale or one of the final episodes of the season to wrap up Kate's story would be good. The Bruce Wayne thing, however, is so flimsy and just flimsy or just a bit dodgy, as WB is so protective of that character. But then again, Bruce Wayne as a character was on Titans in season 2, or a lot in season 2. So there is the promise of, or if there is the promise of like not bat suiting up, if you want to call it, for Bruce, then it could work and happen. It just matters like, what would the storyline for him to be? Is there like a need for him to be there? If not, then I'd rather him just not be there. If he's just going to be there for the sake of it, leave him out. Next up, Black Lightning will have a stronger presence in the greater CW verse and explore the origin of the metahumans, which will tie in with the Flash. Even if no Flash characters actually get to appear, Metamorpho will be introduced. Now, obviously, if you watch Black Lightning, Gravedigger was revealed as Earth Prime's first meta in season 3. So it makes sense that they dive deeper into all of that, especially seeing that he is still around. Metamorpho is very interesting. Once again, he'd probably just normally look human. Maybe looks a bit different when he uses his powers, but I think he'd just be like a regular person for the most part. But it'd be cool to see Metamorpho. We actually had, I think his real name, the alias, mentioned in Flash Season 1, so maybe that's the connection. Next up, Stargirl. Stargirl will be extended to 18 to 22 episodes per season due to its popularity. Next season will have several mini arcs that converge on the main storyline, featuring Eclipso as the main villain. Now, this is the part where it gets a bit dodgy on this list. I'm pretty sure Stargirl was confirmed for 13 episodes. I'm not going to say I'm confirming it now, it's 100%. I'm pretty sure I just read somewhere that it's 13 episodes and their filming schedule lines up with that 13 episodes. But maybe that could change. Who knows? But for it to go from 13 to almost double up to 22, the filming schedule will be ridiculously changed. They'll be filming for like 10, 11 months or something like that based off their current filming schedule, which is lined up for 13. So this is the bit where I'm like, okay, I don't know if this is real or not because I've heard differently. But from what's already been said, it's 13 episodes. That's like the thing that made this list look a bit flimsy. I think if this little bit here with Stargirl going extended wasn't there, I'd be sort of lined up with this. I wouldn't say I'm 100% believing. I'd be like, hey, well, let's see how it goes. But that being said, makes me go, not too sure about it now. But anyway, we'll have to wait and see what happens there. Maybe that stuff that came out a couple of weeks ago was completely wrong in regards to it being 13 episodes, and it is 18. I'd rather it be 13, but maybe it's 18. And finally, there are plans for 2-part Flash and Stargirl and Flash and Black Lightning crossovers once it is safer to do so. This sounds legitimate, but I think we'll be waiting until next season to see this. One, because we're getting shorter seasons this season, and obviously COVID's just making production a bit of an issue, especially because Stargirl and Black Lightning film in Atlanta. Now, obviously, it would be easy for Grant Gustin to say go down to Atlanta for 2 weeks, film 1 week on Stargirl, do a crossover there, film 1 week on Black Lightning, do a crossover over there. But with this whole travel thing, where there's like the 2-week quarantine once you go back to America, back into Canada, you have to wait for that to be over. Grant can't be gone for a month. They can't do that. They can't just wrap up Flash filming for a month. They can do it for 2 weeks, but they can't do it for another 2 weeks once Grant has to quarantine. So it'd have to wait until that's over. Obviously, it does say once it's safer to do so, but I don't think that's going to be probably this season. I think we're going to be waiting until next season, but fingers crossed. They definitely would want a Flash Stargirl crossover happening, but if he's going to Atlanta to do it, he may as well stop by Black Lightning and do one as well. But yeah, my overall thoughts on this, I think most of it sounds really plausible and logical. As I said, the only one that stands out to me and makes me go, not too sure about that, is the extension in Stargirl's episodes, because there's stuff that sort of goes against that. But who knows? Things always change. A lot of stuff is in flux, especially in this current climate. So who knows? I have to wait and see. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, it'd be awesome if you could drop a like on it to show support. Let me know in the comments section down below your various opinions on what we went over. Which of these sounds the best? Do you have anything to add on them? Let me know your thoughts, opinions, all that in the comments. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. And I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.